Strategy Battle gamers from across the world, you are here for a GBHL James hobby blog on the GBHL podcast. I hope that this video finds you all very, very well, and I apologise for not being able to get a hobby blog out last week. Obviously I was in New York, which was amazing, had a great time. Obviously you'll have already seen me back in Speak Friend and Question. Now, I probably wasn't going to have anything to do in a hobby blog. I haven't actually seen if the guys have managed to upload their own hobby blogs yet, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get on with some stuff. I'm actually here at my in-laws house right now. T's not for a little while. Jane's gone out to go and meet a friend, so I'm here with my lovely mother-in-law and also Bilbo the dog, your favourite GBHL host after maybe GBHL Emma O'Byrne. And I am actually going to get on with putting some stuff together, hopefully anyway. If I don't manage to do this, then you're not even going to see this intro clip, but this is just so that you guys can one, get a little bit of hobby blog content. It also gives me an opportunity to get on with some stuff. It's also, in the long run, going to give me quite a lot to have to paint. Things are stacking up, things that are assembled but not painted. So one of my projects, which has stalled for quite a long time, is to paint these guys. Here we go. So these are the Mirkwood Ranges. Now I got these when they first came out. As you can see, they're still in the cellophane. We didn't unbox these ones. I think we unboxed the ones that GBHL Jamie had. If you haven't seen that unboxing, it is old content, but if you look through the channel, it's tons there. I know that lots of you are quite new to the GBHL podcast. Now these are absolutely gorgeous models, and like really gorgeous. I have seen some wonderful paint jobs on these guys, and I've been looking forward to painting them for a long time, and indeed using them. I'm looking forward to using them. They seem quite fun as a profile. They're very expensive for what they are because you're forced to take the elven cloak, but there are ways of making them reasonably competitive. Of course, the 100% bow limit is very helpful, and the is it Blade Master, the rule? I think that's what it's called. These guys are very good with that. If you can get them to go into 2 enemy units. I know that Mr. O'Byrne, our very own Mr. O'Byrne, has had some success with these guys, supporting them with a palace guard. So I'm looking forward to sticking these guys together. That's one thing that I'm going to be working on while I'm here at the in-laws. We'll see how far I get on. But another thing that I would like to get on with, if we get some time, but maybe one for the future, is of course new Thranduil. I'm looking forward to putting this guy together. It looks like there's quite a lot to clean up on this model. But again, I've seen some good jobs on him. One thing that I do want to do, so it'll probably just be the guy on foot that I start putting together, is I do want to take a look at Flame of Shadow and Flame, one of our channel sponsors. That's Mr. Dave Fredericks of old UK Freddy Bear, and get some of the antlers and also sculpt him up so it does look like the stag. So it does look like Thranduil's stag, because I think that looks really cool, and so many of my friends have got them. I can't have my Thranduil just on a horse when my friends have got Thranduil on a stag. So hopefully I'm going to get some of that done. And then another thing that I need to do, of course, over on Hotgates Gaming, I have been filming Abattoir Away Days, which is a Guild Ball series covering match reports for the butchers. Now that's been incredibly successful. Any of you guys like Guild Ball, please go and check that out, and I hope you enjoy the content. The next series that I do is going to be to do with the alchemists. So I've got a couple of alchemists that I still need to put together. I have got the big guy here. I've instantly forgotten his name. I can't remember his name. What's his name? Oh no. But he's not meant to be very good actually. And then I've also got Mercury here. He's the flamey kind of guy. So I need to put him together, ready for my team. I think I might pick up Compound as well at some point, so that I've got him for the series and so that I can mix it up for that. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to turn the camera off now, and hopefully this 4 minutes of my life explaining what I am going to do isn't going to be wasted, because I will actually manage to get some stuff done. So I hope that this finds you all well, and hopefully see you in the next part of the video. So here we go, let's get them opened up. So almost like a little mini unboxing on here. You can see the models on the back. You'll have seen one of these before. Got my mother-in-law next to me. You want to say hello? She absolutely loves Lord of the Rings and toy soldiers, don't you, Janet?
Absolutely.
There you go. Okay, so let's open this up and have a little take a look at the sprues. Okay, so you do get 10 in here. There we go. There's the bases. And let's have a look at these plastic models. Of course, just a single sprue. just a single sprue of these, because they are actually quite dainty. Now I know that a lot of the Warhammer players were using these for other types of wood elves. The box smells a little bit because it's been in the cellar for a while. It's got that slight mouldy, musty smell. It's not actually mouldy, but there we go. Now, I can remember when we unboxed these the first time, I thought that these were absolutely stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. So let's have a little look there. Look there, some of the detail, if anybody hasn't seen the plastic box. They're tiny, little, petite models, but they're incredibly dynamic. Incredibly dynamic. Now, this is, of course, what we all wanted to see going forwards when we saw these and the Warriors of Erebor and the Rivendell Knights, but unfortunately not enough people were supporting their Hobbit hobby, and as a result, there we go, so turn those around. As a result, we ended up with Finecast, Lake Town and Gundabad's, but I'm pretty sure that had things gone right, we would end up with plastic kits like this. Now, who knows what the future holds? There aren't a ton of options for these. It's not like you can, it's not like if you're playing Warhammer or 40k and you've got lots of different options, you do get what you're given. So I'm going to start clipping these off the sprue, put them together, come back when that's done. So here we go, a couple of hours later, and just giving you a little bit of an update on some of the progress. You can see your favourite puppy back there in the background, because he's at his in-laws, he's getting a roast dinner, because that's the standard here, isn't it? So down here we've got the Mirkwood Ranges, which I put together. Now I have to say, I absolutely loved these. I think they're really, really nice plastic models. They've come out nicely. Very fiddly sprue. There's lots of little bits on there that you've got to be careful that you don't accidentally cut off or bend off when you're putting them together. You can see there's a couple of little stress points on some of them where I've nearly lost the odd foot or bow or the like, but again, I just absolutely adore some of the poses. Incredibly dynamic. I think they're going to be very fun to paint, which I'm looking forward to doing. Really like that guy. Love the mixture as well between the sort of female rangers like this and the male ones as well. So I'm glad that I've got these done. Next step for these guys will of course be putting a base cut on. Now I have, in the meantime, just between having dinner, I've also put together Mercury for Guild Ball. Not a lot of flash or anything on this guy. Had to do a little bit of working out about how to put his arm in where the flame's coming from. And then I've also got, back here, there we go, I've also got the big guy here whose name I've forgotten. He was an absolute pain to put in the base. I had to do a lot of sort of holding to try and get in there. As you can see, there's a very small contact point, and even though it's got a slaughter base, the slaughter bases don't actually fit the bases for a lot of them in Guild Ball. It's a bit of a pain, so you've got to kind of sort of twist and hold it to try and create contact for the super glue. So a bit of a pain in the bum. And then, as you can see down there, I've also started putting together the Thranduil, the one on foot. Now this model, this is a bit of a pain, I have to say. Not just because of the way the model is, but if I can focus, so let's see if we can get it there on the couch. I know this isn't a studio quality, but there are a lot of bubbles, as you can see, just underneath there. I know that's not really going to be on the show. There's a lot of bits of flash. They should be easy enough to cut off. But lots of bubbles, and it's quite annoying when the bubbles are, I mean, they're not on his face there, which is quite important, but along the edge of the cloak there's quite a few little bits where therefore you don't have a smooth edge all the way round. So a little bit disappointed with the kind of the bubbles and stuff in him, but nonetheless I'm looking forward to sort of putting him together, and of course I'm using a bit of green stuff now, which should be good. So if I do have anything else to put on this hobby blog, it will probably be when he is glued together, and that will probably conclude the video for my progress with these guys today. And here we go. So everyone's just finished watching Emmerdale eating pancakes as well. It's we're having our pancakes day a little bit early, and I finished gluing together Thranduil here. So as I said before, I wasn't completely impressed with the amount of flash and the air bubbles on him, but I have to say, for a model that I wasn't hugely keen on with a big sweeping cloak and everything, now that I've actually stuck him together, I kind of like him. I really like detail in the face, and I do actually kind of like the pose. I'm looking forward to getting some paint on him. Now the swords are a little bit bendy, we'll have to put them in a bit of hot water just to fix that, as you can do with fine cast resin. And there are some gaps, you can see a little bit of a gap there in between the plates of the cloak and on that bit there around the back. It's not too bad though. I will have to get a little bit of green stuff just to fill that out before I do prime him, but he's pretty much cleaned up, and I'm going to reward myself painting this guy after I've painted my Mirkwood Ranges. Now these guys aren't immediately jumping to the front of my paint queue, I have to say. I've got loads of other things that I need to get done, but I did want to get a Hobbit SBG hobby vlog up for you guys, so I have managed to do this while I have been at the in-laws. So I do hope you've enjoyed sort of seeing these guys getting put together, and hopefully I'll have something a little bit more substantial for you guys next week. So don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hosts by checking the links in the video description below. Make sure that you like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Support your Hobbit hobby, and happy strategy battle gaming.